it's Allison. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have something very exciting to share with you guys. So if you are a part of my email list on my website, then you have gotten a little bit of information about something really exciting that is launching on January 31st. And you might have an idea of what it is by the title of this video and what you see here. So January 31st will be the official launch date of the Flamingo Printable Shop. And this will be done completely through my website at this time. So on that day, there will be a new menu item up at the top of my website to take you to the new printable shop. So I'm really excited. Basically, what I wanted to do was take my methods and turn them into something that is a little bit easier access. So you guys know I absolutely love Erin Condren products. I love my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly for budgeting, but I have, in talking with you guys, that planner is not necessarily the best option for all of you. So what I wanted to do is to give you a different option that is a little bit more flexible and could possibly work better for your situation. So today we are going to walk through this entire budget binder. I'm going to show you exactly what pages I have, how you can use them, how I envisioned it being laid out, everything you could want to manage your finances is included in this binder. It is laid out to mimic the same way that I use my budget planner. So let's go ahead and get right into this video, you guys. So as you can see, there is a title page. It says budget binder. So the first page I have here is a financial goals page. So I like to set 5 main goals, financial goals for my year, and I just wanted to give you a nice place to do this. You can write out your full goals. Let me grab, okay, so I've grabbed my budget planner so that we can do kind of a side-by-side here so you guys can get an idea of how I envisioned this being used. So you can see I have my 5 main financial goals written down here. 5 main financial goals you can write down here. I just wanted this to be like a nice overview where you can keep track of what your goals for the year are. Next up, we have the monthly goals. So I will show you, there is two full pages of these 6 months on each page so that you can break down your goals into monthly steps. Or if you want to see how I've done it in mine, let me get it. So I don't have anything filled in here yet, but what I do with these is I put big financial events that happened in all of these months. So there's lots of different ways you can use this. You could use it for goal setting. You could use it for, like I said, big financial events. You could use it for tracking big expenses or sinking funds. You could use it for a lot of different things. So I like having those pages there. Next up, I have a full year at a glance calendar. And this calendar, I thought a lot about how I wanted to do this budget planner because I really wanted it to be undated, because I wanted you guys to be able to reuse it year after year instead of having to keep buying something if it was working for you. So what I decided to do, this is a full 2020 year at a glance calendar. What I think I'm going to do is every year I'm going to put up a new year at a glance calendar for free in my shop. So you'll be able to just go and download a new yearly calendar to put in your new budget binder. You won't have to worry about paying for something new. So that was my solution to trying to keep this as undated as possible. So again, that will be a free thing that you'll be able to get every single year. And before I forget things I'm supposed to be saying, the main thing that I use this for is tracking sinking funds. You could use it for tracking important dates. I'll show you guys how I have it in my budget planner here. So I use my year at a glance to track my sinking funds. You can see my little key here. So that's the main way I use this, but again, you could use it for however works for you. All right, next up we have calendars for all 12 months. Like I said, I wanted them to be undated so that you can reuse this as many years as you want. So there is obviously all 12 months, no dates in there. So that you guys can use it how it works best for you. This is my bill tracker page. So you just put in your bill amount and when it's due, and then there's each month and you just check off when it's paid each month. I have one of these in my budget planner that I will show you. And it's just really handy to know when bills come out of your account. So handy little bill tracker there as well. Okay, next up we have a monthly check-in page. So my thinking in this was you could just print one for each month. So I didn't put the month name on it, so you can write in the month at the top, and then I have goals and events here, and then I wanted to keep these open so that you could use them however work best for you. So you can see in mine, I will show you mine. This is how I kind of do mine. So I have a quote, my credit score, my variable income, here's my goals, monthly events. So this is kind of what I was kind of working off of, but I wanted to give it a little less structure and just have goals, events, and then you can figure out what you want to do with the rest of the boxes. So again, you can just print 12 of these, one for each month, and put it in your binder however you want. Next, I have a sinking funds page, and again, I was thinking for this to print one for each month and track your money. You put your fund in, your starting balance for the month, what went in or came out, and then the ending balance, and then the notes. So that is kind of how I do my sinking funds. Again, you can see starting, or the fund starting, what went in, what came out, and the ending balance. So very similar concept here. Next up, we have the budget page. So this page I left very open for it to work for however you like to budget. So I didn't want to make it specifically monthly. I didn't want to put in options for expenses. I just wanted to give you a good template basically for a budget that you can use any way that's going to work for you. So if you're new to my channel, I budget on a paycheck basis. So I get paid twice a month, so I do a budget for each paycheck. So I wanted to leave it open. You can see it says budget for, and then there's a box here for you to put either the month or the paycheck date, however you do your budgets. And then there's of course budget actual, and then what you went over and under. And then at the bottom, I have total income, total expenses, and total over and under for the month, which I think I'm gonna start doing in my own budget because I think this is really good info that I would like to have. So again, I left it really open so that it could be used in any way that would work best for you. Then I have my spending tracker page. So this is like my favorite page in my budget planner. So I'll show you how I do that if you haven't seen one of my budget setups before. So this is how I track my spending, and I have a color coding system. So this is groceries, gas, spending money, and pets. So you can see here, this doesn't have any color so that you could highlight if you wanted each one of the title rows the same way and color code it if you wanted to. And then you could print as many of these for each month as you needed for the categories that you want to track. So I swear by this page. I love using it, and I love breaking it down into categories that way. So that's how I decided to go ahead and do this, so that you guys could just have this sheet and print as many as you needed each month. Next, I have a net worth worksheet, which this is something that I need to start doing on a monthly basis for sure. So I will start doing that and showing you guys using this worksheet. So basically you just use this each month to calculate your net worth, and this is a great way to watch your progress of your overall finances. So this is the formula for calculating your net worth. You can put in what month it's for, and then you just put in all of your assets and what they're worth, all of your liabilities and what you owe, and then you take your total assets minus your total liabilities, and that will give you your net worth. So that is kind of how you calculate that, and it kind of just gives you a good benchmark each month of how your progress is going. All right, this looks very blank, but there is a reason for that. So this is a basic like tracking template. And I'll show you guys how I use this and what I kind of wanted it to be an example of. So you can see here I have my income tracker. So date, amount, balance, notes, date, amount, balance, notes, just in a slightly different order. Date, amount, balance, notes. So you could use this for income, expense reports, your mortgage payments, your giving, your HSA, anything that you want to track on a yearly basis, you could use this tracker for. So I wanted to just give you a nice open box at the top to label it, and then you could use one page for each year or print however many you needed for the year to track all of the different things that you want to keep track of. Next up, we have a savings tracker. So you could use this for sinking funds, or you could use it for saving for down payment or something large. You just put your goal and then whatever you are saving for. So say you're saving for something that's $500, you would divide $500 by 50 because that's how many lines there are, and then put that amount for each line. When you paid that off, you would just color in a line. And that is very similar to how I track things in my planner. So I'll show you an example of that as well. So here are my sinking funds. I don't have it colored in any yet, but you just color it in as you reach these different amounts. So that is what I wanted to recreate here. And then I have the same exact thing for debt tracker, which I wanted to be similar to how I track my student loans. Same exact concept here, just a little bit cleaner of a tracker. Can't get a hold of the pages. All right. Then we have emergency fund. So you could use this for a beginner $1,000 emergency fund. You could use it for your 3 to 6 months. Whatever you want to use it for, you just put in your goal amount and then same concept, divide it up by 50 and fill it in as you reach those milestones. Then I have a sheet to keep track of your account info. Again, you could print as many of these as you needed to keep in your budget binder, and it's just a handy place to keep all of your account information in one place. I do keep this information in my budget binder. It is written on the back of all of my dashboards that I have separating the back of my planner. Obviously I can't show you guys that, but I think it's very handy if you have somebody that needs to pay. So like I have my boyfriend pay things for me occasionally if I'm traveling, and it's just really easy to tell him, oh, go look in my budget planner and it's on this page. So just really handy to have all this information in one place. Then I have a sheet for keeping your debt information. So this is just basic debt information. So the name of the debt, the lender, the balance, the interest rate, your minimum payments, and then the due date. So that's just to keep track of all of your different information. You could print as many of these as you needed again. And then I also would probably total up all of my balances so that I knew exactly how much debt I was working with at the start of the period for my budget binder. And then last but not least, I have a debt payment tracker. So you would put in the name of your individual debt that you're focusing on, and then you would just put in the date, a description or note, the amount, and then the balance forward for each debt, and then you could just print as many of these as you needed, or just one for each debt, however it would work best for you. I would probably print one for each debt and then just keep a running balance of where my debt balance is. So that is all of the pages that are included in my budget binder. So like I said, I tried to copy the same type of method that I do in my budget planner. I just wanted to make it in a format where you guys could rearrange the pages, print as many as you needed, just really be able to make it functional and flexible for how you want to put yours together. So in mine, I have, you know, all of my goals pages in the front, this calendar in the front, bill tracker in the front. So I would keep all of that stuff in the front probably, and then I would this is how I set mine up, just to give you guys an idea. I would have my calendar, and then I would do my monthly check-in page, Then I would do my sinking funds page, my budget for the month. I would have 2 of these for paychecks, my spending trackers for each of my budgets, my net worth worksheet. So all of the stuff that is like done on a monthly basis, I would put like print one for each month and keep it behind the calendar, and then just do that for the whole year. And that would just keep me really nice and organized. So that's kind of what I was thinking when I was trying to come up with this budget binder concept. So I'm really excited about the shop launch. There's going to be a lot of other great things in there as well besides the budget binder. And if there's pages that you saw in here that you would like but not the whole binder, some of those will be available as well for purchase. So make sure you guys go subscribe to my email list on my website. It will be linked down below so that you get all of the updates and maybe a couple discount codes for my new shop. And I will link the shop down below once it goes live. But please let me know what you guys think down below. I'm really excited about this, and I hope this is something that's going to be beneficial for you all. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.